Yo, what's up? It's Mr. Metal Man coming at you with a video. Yeah, I know, right? Wow! Wow! So, in this video, I'm going to talk about deadlift, how to get stronger at it. And there are only really two workouts that you need to blow up your deadlift. Number one, paused deadlift. And number two, hip thrust. And now, the reason why I do those two deadlift variations, because I'm a sumo deadlifter. If you're a conventional deadlifter, get out of here. This probably won't help you that much. Maybe, but probably not. But for you sumo deadlifters, these two workouts are the only deadlift workouts you really need. And here's the reason. In a deadlift, in a sumo deadlift, the weakest point of that deadlift is the lockout. No matter what, like how much you lean back, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the roughest point of the deadlift. That is why those two deadlifts variations are very effective in blowing up your deadlift, because pausing right in the middle or like below your knee on a sumo deadlift will make you stronger at your weak point, because you're having to use extra amounts of force to stay at that weak point, which translate into extra strength gains toward your regular deadlift, which means you'll be able to lock out easier with heavier weights. And the way I do pause deadlifts is I go just about full out every time, going 3 to 4 reps until I can't do anymore. So as you've seen, I've done 405 for 4 pause deadlifts. And just recently, off camera, I've done 455 for 3 pause deadlifts. So as you can see, I have really gotten much stronger. And I think I've finally hit the 500-pound deadlift mark, which is a very important checkpoint for me. I've not been able to do 500. Now I can, I believe. But yeah, you always want to get in that range of motion where you're weakest at and make that part harder so you can make the regular thing easier. And hip thrust is pretty self-explanatory. It explains it. Okay, hip thrust explains it all. You're using your glutes and your hamstrings to thrust heavy ass weight up in the air, making love to iron. Make love to it. Lots of love. Heavy love. Yeah. The more stronger your glutes and hamstrings get, the easier your lockouts are going to be. That is why pause deadlifts and hip thrusts are the most effective. Now I know you can do RDLs and Nordic hamstring curls all day long, but you can't really go heavy with them. They limit you to a certain weight. With pause deadlifts and hip thrust, you can pretty much go 90%, but like 90% of your max, not like 90 to 95% of your max for 3 to 4 reps. So yes, those are the two deadlift variations that I do to improve my lockout. And that the lockout is pretty much the most important part, because in a sumo deadlift, getting it off the floor is the easiest part. Lockout is the hardest. That is why I do those two lifts. And one thing I would suggest is not to do both those deadlift variations on the same day, because you will feel like hamstrings are going to fucking explode. Yes, explode. I've tried doing it both of those workouts in the same day. It does not work because you are upping the intensity of those workouts. So if you want to go 90 to 95% for 3 to 4 reps on either of those exercises, you have to do one each day. So I would say do deadlift, pause deadlift, one day weight, one day. The next day after that, you do the hip thrust for as much as you can. So, and that is how you get stronger at your deadlift.